Hi everybody, it's Heather. Today I want to talk to you about vacuum cleaners. I love vacuum cleaners. I know, crazy. And actually these are all three of my vacuum cleaners that I have in my house. These vacuum cleaners are the hottest ones on the market that everybody's referring to all their friends. So I'm going to break it down for you and show you the difference between the vacuum cleaners, okay? There's several things to think about before you purchase a vacuum cleaner. Obviously, number one is your budget. How much money do you have to spend? Number two, who's using the vacuum cleaner? Are the kids using it? Are you using it? Number three, how often are you using it? Every day, once a week? Do you have pets? Because the more pets you have, the more mess they make, and the more you're going to want to vacuum. The fourth thing you're going to want to think about is what kind of flooring your home has, because if you have high pile carpet, that's a different kind of vacuum cleaner. If you have mostly wood or tile, which we like to call flat floor, that's going to be a different kind of vacuum cleaner. So today I'm going to show you the three favorites that I love, clearly because I have them in my house. So this right here is the Dyson. This is a chargeable Dyson. We've had it for about 4 years. I want to say we paid anywhere between $400 to $500 for it. The kids can use it. It's really great. The head comes off and you can change the different heads. However, personally, the suction, once you take off this wand and this head, is not very good. That's definitely a minus on the scale for that one. The battery runs for 6 minutes on carpet and 20 minutes on flat floor. So that's something that you want to think about. If you have a very large house, you can only vacuum so much of the area before it dies. It also is bagless, so you're able to open it by opening this compartment. Some people like that. I particularly don't, because it makes a mess when you dump it over the garbage. I just don't like the mess. Between a scale of 1 to 5, I might give that about a 3. This next vacuum cleaner is a Shark. There's many different varieties of Sharks, but they're all basically around the same. This one goes for anywhere between around $200. It's pretty good, pretty reasonable. It is a rotating head, so you can change it whether it's carpet or flat floor. The suction on here is pretty decent. I do like this. This one here, this part comes off, and then you empty it this way. Again, this is a bagless, and you can see that it has all that dirty hair in it. There are filters. There's this filter here. There's another filter on the inside, and then there's another filter here. This one is the Rotator True Pet version, I do believe. So there's 3 different filters. So you want to keep that in mind, because you're going to want to clean those filters out regularly, and you're going to want to replace them. There is another filter in here. I do believe this is actually the filter here that you're going to want to replace in the Dyson, and there's another one internally. The Dyson is going to be a little bit more expensive to replace because it carries the Dyson name. Shark's a little bit cheaper, but you want to make sure you're changing these air filters out pretty regularly. It's like the AC in your home, right? If you're not changing those air filters out, the dust particles build up on there and it doesn't let the air go through. Same thing in a vacuum cleaner. You want to make sure you take care of those filters. I think the suction out of the beater bar is awesome. I think once that you have to check it out here, put the attachments on, do smaller jobs, the suction's okay. It's okay. I'd probably give this one maybe about a 4 out of a 1 to 5. Again, this is going to be definitely cheaper than a Dyson brand, whether you go cordless or if you go that you plug it into the wall. Those are definitely more in the higher end. This is definitely the scaled back model. Something else to think about with your vacuum cleaners is the warranty that you're going to get along with it. The Sharks are going to last you a couple of years if you're using them once a week. The higher end ones that come with the bigger price tags, they are going to have a much better warranty. So it's something else that you're going to want to look at when you look at your budget. If this is only going to last you a couple of years, yeah, it's a couple $100, but if you want to buy a more expensive one, like these two here, it's going to be twice the money, but it will definitely last you twice as long. We're going to save the best for last. So this is a Miele. This is called Miele canister. Actually, this Shark right here does turn into a canister, but we won't show you that. But for this demonstration, I am going to show you this canister. So what a canister means is that it's not an upright. This is an upright. So this, you're going to kind of pull it behind you as you work. I like this one because the suction on it is absolutely amazing. You do have levels, so you can change the suction level. On board, you do have many different attachments that go right in there, really nice. This one does come with the bags, which does drive up the cost when you're gonna look at your budget. The bags range anywhere between $4 and $5 a bag. So, you know, that is a big, something to consider when you're looking at your budget. There are also two filters on here as well. The HEPA filter, that's another really big plus. If you have anybody in the house that has allergies, things like that, you're gonna wanna make sure you get that HEPA filter. So for this canister, we have a tile brush. So this is for your flat floors. So it guides very smoothly, it bends well, it twists, it turns, so it's able to get into all those really hard to reach places where in upright, you just can't do that because it doesn't maneuver the way that this would to get underneath a bed, under a couch, under a dresser. Now with this particular Miele, we do have a different head. This is a carpet head. So we're gonna switch it when we have to do high pile carpets. With any beater bar, you're gonna wanna make sure you clean this out. And I left this dirty just for this demonstration that it gets all the hair. Anything long, strings, yarn, hair, it's gonna take it, it's gonna twist it up there. So all you have to do is take a pair of scissors and cut it every once in a while and keep it working better. The other Miele, you can take off this attachment and then put one of the smaller ones on for smaller jobs. This works really, really well. This vacuum cleaner goes for about $400. Depending on what make you buy with a Miele, you can pay anywhere between $299 to $1,200. Just depends on the make, the model, and the job. But you really want to make sure that you know how often you're going to use it, the surfaces you're going to use it on, and who's going to use it. This one in particular, we bought this when we got a dog, this Dyson cordless one, because I wanted the kids to clean up. And this one right here, you have to thread up the extension cord, and let's just face it, my kids aren't gonna do that. So this one worked better for my family. This one right here on the Miele has a retractable cord, so you push the button and the cord goes in the home. I really love that feature. The kids, particularly as they've gotten bigger, they like to use vacuum cleaner as well. But let's face it, they're kids and they're lazy, and whatever vacuum cleaner is the closest, that's the one they're gonna grab. So the Miele definitely, hands down, wins my approval. The second one is the Shark. It does a really great job. The Dyson's good, don't get me wrong, but after about 2 years of usage, you will have to start paying for replacement parts. Whether it's the rotator head in here will break, or the battery in here. So those parts are pretty expensive when you do have to replace them. Something else to consider too on your floors, if you have like a white tile and a white grout, which a lot of us do, when you're pushing this type of vacuum cleaner on it, this part right here knocks up against those tiles. So you're gonna wanna really kind of keep that in mind too, because those marks that hit up on those tiles don't come off with the mop. You have to get down your hands and knees and scrub them. So this would be the best thing on those white tile floors, because these brushes will protect your tile floors and they'll do a much better job in those small spaces. I hope this has really helped you guys. I love vacuum cleaners. If you have any questions, totally hit me up, let me know, and I'm more than happy to answer them for you. Happy cleaning!